Welcome back to Who's at the Chef's Table with Chef Dan. This week, your hostess, Doris with a D, is sitting down with Chef Dan and the owners of Zaika Key Largo Indian Cuisine, Ganesh Selvam and his wife, Kimberly Mahalal.
Hi, everybody. I'm Doris with a D, and today we are doing a chef's table with Chef Dan, and we are located at Zaika Key Largo Indian Cuisine. And to my left, I have Kimberly, who's one of the owners, and right here, I have Chef.
Hi. All right.
You're so shy, Chef Ganesh. I love
I'm
it.
Chef Ganesh.
So shy. And I have Chef Dan here at my right, as usual. And I just want to thank everybody for coming here and being here with us. This place is just so beautiful. We have to share it. We're so glad that you've allowed us to come in and share the beauty and the wonderful food.
I gotta say though, not to cut you off, it's probably the most beautiful place we've walked into.
Yeah.
Thank you.
From the
Thank you
minute
very much.
outside,
Mhm.
I mean,
Thank you.
all the way, it was wow.
Yeah. The energy just pulled us in.
I've been trying to open up a place since 2015 in the Keys.
Mhm.
So I wanted to have something unique here. Like you go everywhere, you're gonna see the same thing, like either tikka head or maybe food wise, pretty much almost the same grilled black and fried.
Mhm.
And then maybe here and there, some places have kale and butter and stuff like that. But I want something different than what you normally go to a Keys restaurant.
Right.
And then locals want something different too. They want just tired of eating the same food every single day, and they want change of pace especially when it comes to food scene. Pretty much in US all over, you don't have much of a different cuisine, compared to the mainland, Miami or Fort Lauderdale, all those things. So I want to change that pace. So that's why I come up with an idea of open up this place about 2 years ago. And then we slowly renovated every single thing, small things, try to give you a different vibe when you enter the restaurant, want to make you feel like when you go to any other Indian restaurant, it has to be something stand out than what normally. At the same time, you could see all the landscaping outside and stuff like that. I want certain things on my mind. I want this thing to be like this, something different than every other restaurant. So that's what I wanted. So I opened up, and then since then, the wife Kimberly been very supportive. She's certain things she's gonna try to do. She gives me an idea, we can do this, we can do that.
Right.
So many small details. We look into it, make sure it's not every single day we go, okay, can we get something that can improve the restaurant, or maybe try to improve the look, something like that. You always think about the restaurant.
So it's always evolving.
That's right.
It's always evolving.
That's right.
Well, no, that's
This is your baby.
well, that's one of the
How can
things
you
that
not
we
think about it?
discussed off camera, that yes, it's Indian food, but it's coastal Indian food, and there's a difference.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot.
it's a lot different. I know you're not heavy into the yogurts and the heavy stuff.
Anywhere
It's a
you
lot
go, you're
lighter.
gonna have the same thing: chicken tikka masala,
Yeah.
chicken butter chicken, all those things. Pretty
You
much.
still have the standards.
I still have those certain customers they want. That's what they want. So we have to have a little bit when you go to Chinese restaurant, you're gonna have the orange chicken and stuff like that. Same
Right,
like
the
that.
standards.
We have to have few things.
Right.
Right.
On top of that, we dive into so many other things India has a huge coastal products. If you see East Coast, West Coast, how we have in Florida, same like that. We go by kilometers. So each East Coast and West Coast, together around we have over 1,700 kilometers of coastal line.
Okay.
Half of India is covered by one side is Arabian Sea, other side is Indian Ocean. And so it's huge. And then a lot of them, when comes to Indian food, a lot of them just think chicken and lamb. Lamb, even we don't even eat in India. We use a lot of goat actually. But
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you have any questions?
No, and you're here in the Keys,
Yeah.
coastal.
And
So that's why I loved it when I saw
I
it.
worked down here for 10, almost 12 years, pretty much most of the restaurants in the Keys, especially between Key Largo and to Isla Morada. Some of the well-known renowned restaurants, some of them hotels and resorts. So I just get an idea of what exactly moves, what moves and stuff like that. So I want to bring in something a little bit different than other Indian restaurants. You could see like pretty much all kind of seafood we have on our menu. Like you can see like octopus. You're not going to find in most of the Indian restaurant. Only like when you go to New York or something like a Michelin star restaurant, they're going to carry octopus.
Mhm.
We do have scallops. We do have mussels, clams. The only thing we don't have is raw oyster. We don't start them. We're not started it, but pretty much soon we will have them. We have like crab, like whatever seafood, and then everything is like it's not only Indian fish. Certain dishes are like authentic fish that we make back home. Same thing, you can get it over here too. And then we only use freshest fish that is available from local fishery, or whatever the cleanest, little bit more high grade. Now you're not going to see on my menu my salmon or tilapia or something like that. So other places they do have like those kind of, but we don't use. We use the cleanest, whatever available locally. Or if we gonna import, that will be only coming out of cleanest water around the world. So for now, we sell every day. We have a hogfish in our menu, which is locally sourced. It comes from a fishery in Key West. They deliver once in a day or twice in a day whenever we get. And then we use Chilean sea bass. We don't use any salmon or any other kind of fish because there are like salmon is like commercial now. Today it's not like used to be back in the day. You get it fresh, but now it's like most likely like farm raised. Not a lot of them know, and then it's like
not something you want to
popular.
eat.
Yeah.
That's something, that's, we always talk about that with farm raised,
No, thank you.
Even scallops, we source them like either like North Atlantic or the Japanese ones. So those are like Japanese one are like one of the best that has like a flavor where proper wise, like has like more sweeter and more
the sweetness.
So we use like two different scallops, and then we try to source our every single thing. We even in our menu we use Argentine red shrimp, which comes from the cleanest water of Argentina, like close to the glacier water. We do sometimes we use Kiva spring shrimp also, but mostly we stick with like, because our water is like kind of like right now there's so many things going on. Even they tested the positive for like a lot of
because of the temperature, you got a lot of
certain things are available, certain things still like not from here. They either come from the off the coast of Mexico or something. They bring it down here, so we try to keep everything clean as possible, and then try to be chemical free, try to be artificial flavor free. And also we don't use food color in our any of our food. Like most of the Indian restaurant you go, like when you order any tandoori chicken or chicken tikka or chicken tikka masala, as soon as you finish your meal, you can see your finger kind of like already stained with the red color, which is red body. That's what they use to make it look colorful.
Oh my goodness.
But here I don't use them. So it's not a lot of them. Even I have like a lot of customer asking, "Oh, the tandoori chicken is not tandoori chicken. Why? Oh, it's not red in color." Color doesn't make any difference. It's just an eye appeal. It's not gonna give you the flavor. What I make is without a color. Even if you go back home, like when I go to India, like there is chicken are red because of the color they use in it. And we use some places they use saffron color instead of saffron. We use real saffron in our food, and we source them the highest grade that possible. So the highest grade comes from Iran, like, and then after you can say Kashmir is a part of India, like where that's the only place in India they grow saffron, and it's one of the highest grade saffron actually. So we use the Kashmiri saffron in our food, like pretty much a lot of items that go with our.
So impressive. Really?
So to be honest, you really care about where everything comes from.
Yeah, I do. Like even my garlic, I source only Argentine or what do you call it? Either it's from Argentina or Spain. We don't use Chinese garlic. They are way cheaper. They look bigger, but they don't have a flavor.
No flavor.
My ginger, I source them organic. I go personally myself to pick my ginger like every time there is a wholesale place in Miami. That's where they distribute to all the other retailers to wholesalers. So I source only the organic one. Either it comes from Peru or Costa Rica. So the one you see at all the supermarkets, they have like the big thick one. They are from China. It doesn't taste. Maybe like it has like more juice, but you're not gonna feel the spicy of the ginger.
The heat.
So the real ginger are very thin and they are very, very strong in flavor. When you even like a bite you take, it gives you like a little bit. So that's how particular about every single thing. And then octopus, there are like a lot of different way you can source them. Like they mostly either come from China or Indonesia. Ours only source like the Spanish octopus.
Right.
That's what we source actually.
That's the one with us, yeah.
Yeah.
So every single thing like
What about microgreens?
microgreens, I grow them myself. I used to buy them before, but not anymore because I want to be self-sustainable. Because sometimes we get it from sellers, like they come really bad. I can use them really good, but sometimes I want to stay longer. So I want to keep every single thing that I try to keep it. Even my microgreens and microflowers that I use for garnish, I grow them my own. So we have back there, we have a setup like we grow our own microflowers and stuff like that. So
They're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, when we walked in, we saw them, and I thought, oh my God, these are so loved.
There is like
Yeah, that
small
struck me. I was like,
goes into
that's the
it,
first thing I saw. I said, microgreens.
Yes.
Because yes, they're not cheap. And when you get them, half of them are bad.
Yeah.
So you throw away the expensive stuff.
Yeah.
And they don't last. Here, you just snip when you need it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even like I grow in a smaller tray, so I just take them whenever I need it. I cut them fresh. Like if I need it for like lunch, I cut a little bit for lunch, and then whatever dinner service, if I need a little bit, I cut them a little bit, and then I use them as I go. So it gives you like a cleanest and freshest as possible.
Wow. Thank you.
You're
Thank you for all
welcome.
this knowledge.
Yeah.
I mean, this is beautiful. I never ever would have thought that you would have given all of this to us. Thank you for being so
And
generous.
that's why we do this.
Seriously.
Like people, restaurant owners know, like yourself, this is a promotion of you guys.
Yeah.
But other chefs watch these. And that's why when we list them as educational.
Yeah.
Because we tell other chefs, watch these videos. Because you see what you should be doing.
We all learn from each other.
You know?
Yeah.
That is true. And thank you for this opportunity coming down here all the way from Fort Lauderdale, doing a great job, like not just like other promoters that they just like look for like all kind of like gimmicks that they put videos and stuff like that, make it popular and disappear. It's not like that.
Yeah, no.
Thank
There are only few that does like real job. Since you are in a chef background, so you know what it is,
Exactly.
and you've been to that situation, then you understand more better than all those people out there nowadays.
don't.
It's like become like a money making thing, like going to a place, taking a couple of pictures, posting on Instagram, and then like a couple of people follow, and then you're just making it look like
No, what I don't like is when they do the interviews and while you're talking, they go, knowing that they have no clue what you're talking about. And I'm sitting here loving
Yeah.
that
You're
you
blowing my
that you know
mind.
how to
Totally.
source. I mean, I love that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's why I had to say thank you right away because my mind just kept going and going and going. I was like, oh my God, look at all this interesting information. It's coming from your soul, I loved it. I just loved it. Thank you. Thank you guys. The generosity is really amazing. So this is the only restaurant that you guys have?
So yeah, I own and run this place with my partner, but they own a couple of restaurants, one in Miami, one in Weston.
Oh,
And then we do have like so all other restaurants like have different menus. Like this one have like a specifically focused only seafood. We do have like still other stuff that are available, but mostly we are like I grew up in the close to the coastal region. Like my house is like about 5 minutes away from the ocean, so we get the freshest seafood as possible. Like you can just like throw a crab on the floor, it will travel.
Yeah.
You can throw the shrimp on the floor, it will still alive. So that's how fresh we get. Like so it's like a day boat. They like a small fishermen. They go early in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. They come back like 6, 7 in the morning. and whatever they get, then their family brings it to your home, like say, like they carry on the head back
Right from
home,
the-
and then from the ocean, right from the ocean, and then bring it to you, like show you whatever they catch. Every day it's like something different, whatever the freshest available.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up. So I learned from that like little at a time, like, and then at one point I wanted to be go to a culinary school, but my financial situation couldn't able to. But that kept schooling, and then start to work hard job, trying to do my own business. Like nothing worked out, and then found a school, culinary school, which was really affordable, and I started to do my culinary school for a year, and then after like I started to work in hotels and restaurants down in and back in India. So learned, and then after I got an opportunity back in cruise lines, like to work in a cruise line, but I expected a little bit more different kind of
Yeah.
culture, like, but it, if you're gonna plate, like, let's say if you're gonna put a plate like this, I will be like 7 or 8 months, that will be my job, just
Yeah.
to put the plate,
Yes.
that's all, nothing, I'm not gonna able to learn
You don't
anything
learn.
or do anything. Everything is like, a little bit different than what I went to culinary school, what I dreamed of.
Very
and then
robotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, it's not for me. And then I was like looking for an opportunity. I got an opportunity down all the way down in Niagara Falls in Buffalo, New York.
Very well.
Open up a new restaurant down there. Went to a restaurant down there, and then during the snow season, everything shuts down. Niagara Falls, even, and so you don't have no tourists,
Yeah.
no business. There is no like stable job. So I moved back to Miami, like because my first cruise was actually out of Miami, where I joined. So moved to Miami, so I know the weather is gonna be fine. And then worked in a couple of Indian restaurants. Back in the days when I was started in 2009, there was only like 2 or 3 Indian restaurants down in Miami. So I worked in a couple of restaurants, both. Might be one of them is now popular. It's called Bombay Bar. Used to be in Coconut in a smaller place. Now it moved to a bigger place. And so I worked there, and then at one point I don't want to work for anybody because for me, put my take a responsibility. It's not just a job. It's like you own the restaurant, you run the restaurant, kind of. So the place as I work, like they were like not into like much of a business. It's just like for them, it's just a money making machine. That's it. Like they found the business is all set. Somebody's taking care. They just take whatever. They don't care about the employee. So I don't want to be like stuck in that place. So I quit the job, and I wanted to do something different. And then I said, okay, let me work in the front, how it works, what's the crowd like, everybody like likes and not like and stuff like that. So I just started to work as a server in a couple of restaurants in Miami, and then until 2014 I worked as a server, and then I moved on to Keys. One of my friends asked me to work down here, like it's more like a job opportunity. So I moved down here in 2014 to work as a server. I worked pretty much like a lot of nice restaurants down here, like down in Islamorada, I worked at Pierce, and down here in Largo, I worked at Snoops, I worked at Skippers, like a lot of different places. So I gained a lot of knowledge. So almost like I worked about like 10 years before I opened up this restaurant. So I know what exactly people like. So I want to do something different. And a lot of locals that when I work, they always ask me to open up a restaurant down here. So I've been trying to open up a place since 2015. So first I was like looking for a place down in Islamorada, which doesn't work out for me. And then after like this place, since 2014, it's been closed down. And then after like 2017, somebody wanted to open up a place down here, like it used to be a Mexican restaurant. Then they wanted to do like a tequila bar and a taco and tequila bar kind of. And then after like a day or so, they opened, and then they shut down the place, and I put it on a sale. And ever since until 2022, since 2017 to 2022, it was like no occupancy on this place. And I was like shut down for almost like 2014 to 2024, 10 years. This place has been in a business. So
Chef Dan and Doris with a D want to say a big thank you for hanging out with us on Who's at the Chef's Table with Chef Dan. This has been a SoFloDining production. We invite you to pull up a chair with us every single week. Make sure to tune in every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. for a fresh episode. See you then!